everyone, it is Rory here at that Eurovision site, and we are continuing on our interviews for Festival de Canção 2023. And in this interview, I'm going to be joined by Pedro and Afonso from You Can't Win Charlie Brown. Muito bem-vindo a esta entrevista. Tudo bem?
Muito obrigado, amigo. Obrigado, tudo bem.
All good. Todo legal, todo legal. Fantastic. So you will be hoping to represent Portugal with your song Contraste Mudo. And I guess the first thing, we have to get it out of the way. Can you tell us where the name of the band came from? Because it's very much like a name that no one's ever really heard before. So where did the name for the inspiration come from?
Well, the name came about when we had we're gonna release our first song, which came out in a compilation CD of like new bands coming out back in 2009. So that was a long time ago, and we had the song recorded. They were gonna put out the record, and we didn't have a name yet. So it was kind of like a last minute in a hurry kind of thing, and we started looking at, you know, the place where we rehearsed at the time was in my parents' house. They had lots of books around, so we started looking at books, and we found one from like Peanuts called "You Can't Win Charlie Brown," and we thought, yeah, we're pretty sure we can't win, so yeah, let's go for that. And
already thinking about Eurovision 20 years before.
Not 20, come on. But
have a positive mindset. That's like your positive attitude. Oh, hey, I mean, great inspiration as well. I mean, you know, Peanuts is it's a good TV show, good book series as well. So very good choices, I must say. So you were invited by RTP themselves to submit a song to Festival de Canção. How did it feel to sort of be approached by the broadcaster for that opportunity?
It felt good. It felt unexpected, I think, and yeah, we had to take some time to figure out if it made sense for us or not, and we decided it did. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. And here we are. It's been a fun road so far, and it's just the beginning. So yeah. Most of all, it felt good and unexpected, I think.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, you know, why turn down a possibility and an opportunity like this as well, you know, to perform for so many people and sort of get your music out to more people, which is fantastic. Yeah. So anyway, your song Contraste Mudo, you know, it's in a sort of selection filled with sort of upbeat kind of songs like that. This is very more chill. It's very more down to earth and relaxed. How was it writing the song? And can you tell us a little bit like what the message of the song actually is?
I think we played around with a couple of options, you know, and we certainly thought about doing something more upbeat as well. But we ended up on this one because I think most of all we really liked it, and we thought it was a good representation of what we are as a band, which I know is a lot of things. It's strange to put it down into 3 minutes, but mostly that was the reason why we went ahead with Contraste Mudo. The process of the song was, you know, Salvador had like the idea for the guitar, like the main harmony of the song. Then I had an idea for like the melody and the lyrics, and then everybody started adding to it, and we played around with the structure and making it all fit into 3 minutes, because that's also one of the challenges. I don't think we have many songs under 3 minutes. But that's kind of fun, I think, actually, to have those kind of rules. Is like a nice exercise
for songwriting.
Yeah, it's nice. And regarding the message of the song, I mean, it was pretty much, I'm usually very I usually take a long time with my lyrics, and usually very I don't know how to say it, but very, I can stay stuck on a single word for a long time and thinking that it makes sense. And this was one of the very rare times when it kind of like burst out, you know, like from the first time I sang it. And
Wow.
we changed very, very, very little until the end, because it was kind of like a catharsis kind of thing. And actually it's pretty much about that in a way. It's a song about, you know, when you hold on to you're holding a lot of things inside, and it kind of eats you up in a way, and wanting to be able to let go of that and move on and accept things as they are.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, for example, like in the lyrics, you're like, you know, the contrasting change just shows me the end, you know, like, you know, you're kind of like, oh, what do I kind of do? Like, how do I handle these things that are constantly changing? But you just have to kind of let it go, isn't it? That's kind of how the feeling of it is.
Yeah. So I guess the music in a way kind of brought the lyrics about that as well.
And actually, we were talking about it, but I'm kind of glad that we went for the kind of balladesque thing and not for the upbeat, because we feel like this edition of Festival da Canção, it's really a lot of songs are like upbeat, going for it, which are great, but it's also nice to have something out of the box and a little bit different to the content, contest.
Yeah.
Contest.
No,
Sorry.
definitely.
The context.
Your
Contest.
English is perfect. Don't worry about it.
I'm counting on you.
Oh, perfect. So yeah, so like, and because of that, you know, like a lot of the how you say like this, it's better that you went down sort of the ballad route. Sort of like a lot of the songs that you have are very varied in genre. You know, like I sort of get a lot of sort of relaxed, chill, but also quite sort of almost experimental vibes in different songs as well. So like, who would be some of your inspirations or your sort of influences musically?
Mom.
We can't answer that, because it's more, I think we're on a phase of our journey as a band that we inspire, like our inspiration is just our lives, you know, and our daily basis. And it sounds kind of arrogant maybe, but I really feel like it's that we cannot do a song that, let's do a song like I don't know, Fleet Foxes, and now Billie Eilish, and you know, it's just whenever we get together as a group, I feel like it's a little bit more than that.
Yeah, and I think we've have a big enough body of work to, you know, like it feeds itself in a way. We're
Exactly.
working off all what we did previously and trying to grow on that, you know. So yeah, at this point, I think like the idea of course everything we listen to maybe unconsciously comes into what we create somehow, but it's not at all like you was saying, it's not at all like a conscious thing where we say, let's try something a bit more like this or like that. I think we even try to, at least I try to avoid at the most like saying band or artist name, so you don't influence the guy next to you about where he could go naturally.
Yeah.
So but yeah, it's like you said, it's mainly like our daily lives and whatever comes along.
Yeah.
I love that though. It's great because it means that you know it's a lot more organic with the way kind of come with your ideas and the way you sort of play things, which is fantastic. You're not sort of building off of, you know, one other person, or you're taking something from, I don't know, maybe like Sufjan Stevens, or, you know, then going to Billie Eilish, or, you know, like it's like that kind of thing. You know, it's a lot more.
Because we all listen to those guys. We all listen to a lot of music, and but it comes in a at a certain time of your life, and as a musician, that it gets hard to, you know, we just need to sometimes, it's like Afonso said, like we need to get off all those inspirations. And yesterday we were having a really nice conversation about the cliches, and like how we want to really, it's so hard to not do something that it's easy for us and that we like, because we're gonna like it. But you know, it's we started thinking, is this like a valid musical object? Does this make sense? Why are you putting this outside? So all this information comes to our minds, and it's an interesting conversation, but it's hard. It's complex, I would say.
Yeah, we could get really deep right now.
We're not going to.
No, we'll save that for like a podcast episode or something like that. Very deep. I like that idea. It's good. But yeah, so looking at things, in a Eurovision sort of context. I mean, what are your memories of Festival de Canção? Did you grow up, watching the show? Did you watch Eurovision as well? What are some of your sort of memories and your favorite sort of entries?
Yeah, I grew up in Belgium actually, and Festival de Canção itself is not that really much part of my memory, but Eurovision, yeah, big time. I remember like in the 90s, like everything stopped to watch Eurovision,
Yeah.
And that is very present in my childhood memories. But Festival de Canção, mostly these last years, since like the revamp in like 2017 when Salvador won, and also because Portugal is a pretty small country, so we always have a lot of friends.
Yeah, exactly.
In every edition participating, so that's always fun to watch and to see what they're doing. But yeah, Eurovision big time. I can't really put my finger on any specific song or any specific performance, but I have like a very clear memory of like every year once there's like one night where it's the family thing to do, watch Eurovision.
I love that. It's great. I mean, it's one of those things as well. But like, and myself, obviously being a Eurovision fan, it's just like, oh my god, everything has to stop for the sake of the show.
Yeah.
Like, why not? It's great.
We used to watch it on BBC, I think. Yeah, so that was the same version as you probably.
Basically, yeah, which is essentially how it is. So it's fantastic, that we all get to have that shared experience, which is really quite nice actually. So Festival de Canção, it's starting in sort of just over a week now. So you must be in the depths of rehearsals and sort of doing your last minute sort of preparations. Is there anything about the performance that you can kind of give us a little bit of an exclusive with, or is everything being kept a secret for now?
I think there's not much to
no secret
to be secret about, because for us, like we've been saying in different interviews, it's maybe the weirdest part of all of this is like the fact that we're not gonna be playing our instruments for real.
Yeah.
Like, first time we've ever done that. So, but we're gonna try to emulate it in the most honest way possible, I think, and try to make it look as beautiful as possible, But we've always been pretty much tried to keep it as just the band, playing with not much. Using maybe Salvador's words from when he won, not too many fireworks going on, and we're gonna try to keep it honest and simple.
Yeah, and like the experience to be as real as a You Can Twin Charlie Brown concert would be. I think that's our main goal with the performance.
I love that. Yeah, it's like keeping it like really authentic and very like just something that
possible. It's still a TV show. It's still a performance. It's different than a concert, but yeah, we're gonna try to keep it as real as possible as we can.
I love that, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how it's going to show on the stage as well, because I love listening to it. It just like makes me just feel so mellow and just feel like we feel really like cozy, but also like the music, like the actual lyrics don't really reflect that, but it just has that feeling of it, doesn't it? So
fortunately we all the strings and the horns along, because there's a people limits on the stage. But yeah, that would be cool though.
That would be really cool.
But next time Eurovision we can do that.
I don't think we can. I think there's Rory must know better than us, but there's a limit of people on the stage that you can bring. No, you cannot bring an orchestra or.
Yeah, you can only bring up to 6 people on the stage.
So we're 6.
Same problem. Yeah, we're 6 in the band.
Actually, band with friends of ours participated in 2017. The band from Lena d'Água. And they're 7, so they had to choose one of the guys from the band to stay out of the stage.
You best hope that if it ever went down, you'd have to have that conversation. It's like, who's not going to Eurovision now? And you're like, I want to go. No, I want to go.
It's fun. I think you volunteered to
yeah.
Fair enough. That's all good. And I guess if someone listens to Contraste Mudo and thinks, oh my God, this is an amazing song, I need to check out some more of their work.
Right.
What's one song from your sort of back catalogue that you would recommend other people to listen to?
No.
I know that's a very tough question.
That's something I really can't do. I don't know, because I think, at least for me, we go a lot of different places, and specifically from record to record. So I don't know. You listen to one from each album. You know, it's that.
Or listen to the albums. It's
of course, but
put it on.
If you have a limited time, you know, like I don't know, but it's very difficult to make that kind of choice.
Also, because when we create something, it's always like we still think about a record, like we make a record, so it's always, we don't think about a single, you know, or then we need to think about it because we have to choose 2 or 3 songs to be singles. But when we create the record, we don't think about it. We still listen to records, like, you know, we're old people. We listen to records from the beginning to the end, you know, and so it's kind of impossible. Also, I love to get to know new artists by listening to their, you know, if I listen to only one song, it's so limited, the idea that you can have from that artist. Imagine just listening to one song of David Bowie, or one song from Bob Dylan, or one song from, you know, you would not get the picture. So it's just like us, David Bowie. You can, no, but you know what I'm saying.
No, definitely, yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, I mean, you know, you've come out with, I want to say, 4 albums now, isn't it? So yeah, so I mean, there's a whole variety of different sort of genres that you can play with, loads of songs that you can kind of come across. I'll be like, oh, okay, I wasn't expecting like to go in this direction. Oh, okay, well, it's like it's more of a surprise then, isn't it? So check them all out, please. Fantastic. So I guess as well, you know, Festival de Canção is here, and you know, imagine now if you make it to the final and then you end up winning. I mean, what would it mean to you to represent Portugal and Portuguese music in Eurovision?
I don't know. We kind of take it one step at a time, and so first of all, we just want to be. First of all, we just wanted to make a good song that we were proud of, and now we just want to have a performance that we can be proud of, and if that goes forward, you know, one step at a time, and then we'll think about it as things as they come, you know. And I think we're pretty much just happy with the song we did, and the fact that there's a whole new audience listening to it, and so far the feedback's been pretty good. So that's pretty much all we wanted, you know. So if by any chance, like some kind of miracle, we end up like in the Eurovision, I think it's all of this that we're feeling, you know, like the gratitude for having a bigger audience, like amplified, and and of course there's a responsibility of representing your country, but I don't know, deep down, I think for us it's just being proud of our song, and if we are, then nothing else really matters that much, you know.
Yeah, because for us, this is the fun part, you know. This is like, you will never listen to our band if it wasn't for Eurovision. So now we're having a nice conversation. So this is really the fun part, is, you know, meeting new people and new people meeting us. So that's our victory. It's basically that.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I was going to say, just as one final question, I mean, what would be your message to all these newfound listeners? Because I mean, at least on my end anyway, I've seen on social media, like, everyone is loving your song. So like, what would be your message to, you know, all these people that are, you know, going to be coming across your music?
Wow, first of all, thank you. You've got really good taste. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, thank you. And it really means a lot. And it does, because we've been doing this for quite some time, and it's really nice and surprising, like suddenly finding out like a whole bunch of people listening to your music for the first time, and it gives you, you know, like
a new boost to
yeah,
really
like a new
create
spark.
more.
So thank you, and let's hope you have some more music from us to listen to in the future, the nearby future.
I'll be keeping my fingers crossed. I'll be like keeping my eyes just firmly peeled on your Spotify, just being like, oh, there's another song. Yes. Okay, let's go. It'll be fantastic. Amazing. Well, muito obrigado e boa sorte no primeiro semifinal. So that'd be fantastic. I'll be keeping all my fingers crossed, and the absolute best of luck as well, because I mean, it's Festival de Canção this year is really bringing it in terms of musical quality. So we can only really thank you as artists, you know, like thank you so much for bringing that level up, which is fantastic. So thank you so much.
Muito obrigado.
Muito obrigado. Have a great day.
Bye.
So much.